Thank you for tuning in to Mona Lisa Late Night. Grab your glass and let's get started. But before we get there, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got merchandise, we've got t-shirts, we've got cups, we've got totes, we've got everything you need. We've even got my book, Life After the Diagnosis. So, let's go ahead, grab your glass, bottoms up, let's start talking.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We were having some difficulties there, but we are on now. Thanks for tuning in. You know who this is. This is Mona Lisa Monroe Late Night. So, yes, we do come on in the morning, Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show, but we also come on in the evenings. Now, for those who follow me, I know you're like going, hold on, Mona Lisa. This is not a Thursday. You are correct. This is a Wednesday, and this is the evening show. So if you missed what I announced, what was that? Monday, we will be coming on every day during the week. So the test beta is which day during the week, what time. So we're just testing it out. So just jump in and let me know if Wednesday evening is good for you, because it's good for us. Not just any type of show today. Oh, yes, yes, yes. This is series number 3, Women in Business. Once again, if you follow me, you know that we did Women in Business in the beginning of the year. We did Women in Business during the summer, and now Women in Business fall season. Now, you know I don't fall short when I come bringing you the ladies in business. Yes. So I brought the amazing, the incredible Dr. Hill. Now, you're wondering, who is this? No problem, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you know right now who this is. Hello, Dr. Hill.
Hello.
How are you this evening?
I am amazingly awesome.
Wonderful, wonderful. I was telling the audience, my apologies. We are new going during the week because the only day that we usually tune in, or we usually have the show, is Thursday. So we're testing the waters here, having this evening show. But I'm excited because every day during the week, we're going to have a show.
Okay.
We're just testing the waters to find out what time.
Okay.
But let me put that all to the side and fall into our show tonight. Dr. Hill, let us know. You are a boss lady in business. So tell us what you do.
All right. Well, I'll start off. I'm a retired dentist. Okay. And what I do right now is I am focused on helping people to transform their lives. And what I mean by that is when it comes to finances. I retired my practice years ago. I've been in practice for several years, and my whole focus was business, career. And until I had my first child. And so that was when I retired my practice. I made a decision. I wanted to raise my own children. I actually homeschooled my kids. Now they're college age now, so we're done with that. But I knew that I didn't have to sacrifice my income. I mean, I've been in business for quite a few years now, 14 years in financial services. That became my passion. I always was intrigued about money and how it works, what makes it grow and things like that. And so I got all of my licenses to help people to make money, save money, invest money, get out of debt. And for the last 4 years now, helping people to improve their credit. That is what I do
Oh,
with a passion.
now that right there, Miss Doctor, is huge because that stops so many people from going forward. That
Yes.
credit score.
hmm That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And so over the years, I have been in the financial world for about 10, 11 years. And I will come across people all the time. And so I will help them with different scenarios when it came to their finances. But there's one question: can you help me with my credit? And
All the time.
the best advice over the years, the best advice I could give people was, if you just pay your bills on time, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. And it was not until a real estate investor friend of mine, Anthony, his name is Anthony. Anthony, at the time that I've been doing this for 11 years now, mind you, he had about 51 rental properties. So he's in business. And there was a company in our area that laid employees off completely. They shut down.
Oh, wow.
28 of those employees were in his houses. They couldn't pay rent.
Oh.
He couldn't keep up with the mortgage. So you know what happened to Anthony? Overnight, 28 foreclosures. He had a heart attack and a stroke behind that. And so 2 to 3 months in the hospital, $800,000 of medical bills piled up on him. He lost 2 of his vehicles. His wife walked out on him. She said, Obama can't even fix this. So she left him. When he had 8 credit cards maxed out. When he came out of the hospital, he's now needing a place to stay. By this time, and he really hadn't really focused on his credit score, but when he tried to get an apartment, they turned him down because his credit score was a 310. That was a wake-up call for him. And now a wake-up call for me because I'm watching this in real time. And so I'm thinking in the back of my mind, the advice that I have been giving people all of these years was just pay your bills on time. You'll be okay. No. How was this going to help Anthony? Because first of all, he wasn't working. He couldn't work. And forget about paying it on time.
Yeah. How you going to pay with what?
Anyway, I went to school on Anthony and watching him and trying to help him through that situation. We were able to see his credit score go from a 310 to a low 700 in 4 months.
Not in 4 months, Dr. Hill.
In 4 months. Because
in 4 months.
What I have learned over the years now, it's been 4 years now that this has been my total focus, was when I saw what we did for Anthony, now I backtrack to the clients that have been asking me, can you help me with my credit? Because I went now with an arsenal of information and things that we could do to change people's lives. And that's why I call myself the transformer, because I truly believe that when you transform somebody's credit, you can transform their life. And here's the deal. Here's the issue. There's no law that says that any information has to be on a credit report. Those businesses, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, they make money collecting data and they sell that information. And it is the negative information that controls the score. Also, it's the positive information too, but most of the time people have more negative than positive, and that's why their scores are low. But there is a law that gives us the right as consumers to request, actually demand that they remove items from our credit report. And that's what I've had the pleasure of assisting people in doing. It's something that you can do on your own. Yes. I had a lady say, I can just do this myself. I'm saying, yes, you can. But I'm here to help. Why haven't you done it? It's been, 5-10 years? Why haven't you not done it? And she said, well, we haven't had time. I'm like,
it just seems like that's how they get you, because they know you don't have time to write these 3,000 letters, feels like. So they tell you, just write a letter, just write a letter. Who has time to do that? But before we get into that, you're telling me, because I'm still tripping, he went from 310 to a low 700 in 4 months.
Yes.
Okay. So the audience wants to know, how did you get started in the credit? You've already answered that one. You basically said this gentleman helped you go to school.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've seen it happen on too many occasions. Personally, I had an issue when I saw that with Anthony, because at that time I was sitting with a repossession on my credit report. My nephew came out of the Navy and he needed a vehicle. And so
Wow.
I'm thinking, I could co-sign for him, help him out. Well, that didn't last too long because he wasn't making the payments, but he didn't let Auntie know,
Right.
And so when I got slapped with a repossession, I'm thinking, wait a minute. And so, we've heard you have to wait 7 to 10 years before, stuff falls off. And that's not true. That's a myth. But see,
What?
we have been taught that because look at it like this. If you make money on information that's on, records, if that's your money maker, of course you tell people, well, you get it on there. It has to stay on there for 17 years, 7 to 10 years. That benefits them. So if you believe that, and like I thought that was the case, I'm just sitting back. I'm gonna wait 7 to 10 years
Till
before.
it fall off.
And I'm realizing I found out that I didn't have to do that. You don't have to wait. You can demand that certain things be removed, and it can happen. So I was able to get a repossession off. And that happened in a short period of time. We didn't have to wait 7 to 10 years. So yes, you can.
So what adjustments would a person have to make in their personal life? Because yes, I mean you are going to have to start paying your bills on time, but what other personal adjustments?
That's a good question. And I can answer it this way because what I learned was the advice that I was giving people accounted for 35% of the credit score, just a third of it, And so there are 2 dates that you want to keep in mind. So the adjustment to make is you got to learn some things. And if you can take some notes right now, because these are 5 things that can control your score, and you can control it with this. Number 1, 35% of your score is based on a date called a due date. You got to make those payments on time. I knew that. And that's what I was teaching. But there's a second date that a lot of people are not aware of, and that date is called a reporting date. Another name for it is a statement date. Now, what date is that? It comes like 3 to 5 days after the due date. So you're making your payments on time, but on the statement date, that's when the credit bureau scan your files. So if you have any balances that are over 30% of your limits, that docks you 30% on your credit score. I had a lady, she was saying, I'm paying my bills on time, but my score's still dropping. What's going on? Well, she had her credit cards maxed out. I'll give an example. If you have a limit of $1,000 on a credit card, you never want your balance to be over $300 on the reporting date.
Mm-hmm.
If it's as long as it's over the $300, or if you've maxed it out to $1,000, your score drops every 30 days. So 2 dates, keep in mind, 35% is based on the due date, 30% is based on the reporting date. Does that make sense, Sarah?
Yeah. So basically, once you pay it on time, you have 3 days,
3 to 5, yeah.
3 to 5 to basically pay that credit card down to spike that credit score up.
Yeah, you don't want to go, charging things right away. But see, everybody's reporting date is different, and you can call your credit card company and say, look, when is my statement date, or when is my reporting date, and they'll let you know. And for example, I had a restaurant owner that I was working with. His bill was like $40,000 a month. Just handling business, right? And so he would make the payments on time, but a few days later, he was ordering food and meats and stuff for his restaurant. Right. And of course, when the reporting date came along, it looked like he had never paid his bill.
Right.
And so, and they don't tell us this. I'm like, I never knew that,
Wow.
And so that's those 2 things right there. That's 65% of your score. The third thing you want to look at is what we call history. You don't want to close accounts. Mm-hmm. Now I was guilty of this too, because I pay that baby off, 0 balance. I'm closing this account. I'm done with this.
Right.
That's 15% of your score right there. When you lose
closing accounts,
because you close history. You want to have 3 to 5 years of credit history. So when you close an account, you just close history, and that hurts you.
So another big myth that maybe you can knock out of the water is revolving credit, good or bad?
Yes. So that's another 10% of your score. You want to have a mix. When I say a mixture, fixed payments like your car, your home, and revolving accounts. the retail cards and the credit cards. Because when you have a mixture of credit like that, you seem more responsible, if you will, and that accounts for 10% of your score. Just having a good mix. Now don't overdo it. You don't need a credit card for every department store. But you do want to have a mix. Yeah, I'm positive. And then another 10% of your score is based on inquiries. So anytime somebody's getting your date of birth and a social, they can ready to run your credit. And car salesmen are notorious about this. You walk on a car lot, they've already run your credit 15, 20 times, trying to, make sure you qualify, for cars. You have to let them know, say, look, I don't need you running my credit, all these. I just, you can probably run it 1-2 times. But when you have more than 2 or 3 inquiries on your report, you look desperate. And that's 10% of your score. You want to make sure that you're not, you want to be in control of who's inquiring on your credit.
Right.
So that's 5 things right there. Payment history, making sure the due date is taken care of, the credit utilization, which is the reporting date that you want to focus on, the credit history, inquiries, and having a mixture of types of credit.
Well, for a person that is, okay, I want to work on my credit, I'm ready. What do I do? What's the first thing I need to do? I know you're going to say, call me.
Yeah. Okay. So, and you're right. So with those 5 items, you really can take control, just knowing those 5 things. I mean, that was empowering to me enough. But as far as the negative things that are on your report, you got to get those off. And there are places you can Google different types of letters to write to demand certain things be removed. But what do you do when they say no? Because they will push back. And so that's where, you can call me and I can help coach you through the process. My consultations are free. So that's something else to consider too, because it's just too many people to help and I can't help everybody. And there are some things that you can do on your own. And so removing negative items is one thing. Okay. The 5 components that I share with you about how a score is calculated, you can control those things, at least start the process of trying to control it. The third thing you want to focus on is adding some positive things to your credit report. And so here's what I mean. A secure credit card is really a good thing to have. Now, if you go to a bank or a credit union, they're going to do a credit check. What does that mean? You can get denied. And with an inquiry, your score just dropped a few more points. If you can call me, I'm connected to a bank that does not do a credit check. We can get you a secure credit card, minimum deposit of $200, and we can be on the road to helping you to improve those credit scores like that. That's pretty powerful. No credit check, but it's a platinum MasterCard that I can help you to access. So that's a third thing to do. Another thing you want to focus on, if you're renting, a lot of people are, that's the biggest payment they make every month, a rent payment. Well, the attorneys, the connection that I have, we can actually take your rental payment history and we can go back as far as 2 years. That's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
We can put that information on a credit report and we can raise your scores. In about 2 to 3 weeks, you'll see a big difference in your credit scores with the rental payment history. Okay.
So then, what about a mortgage? Mortgage same way?
Well, it's already reported. Mortgages are reported. So that is on credit reports. But people that are renting, they don't get that on their credit report, and they should, because that's a lot of money that they're spending every month and they're not getting credit for it,
Well, that's the big thing about credit scores. You want a house, you can't get it because of your credit score. You want a car, you can't get it because of your credit score. You want a credit card and you can't get it because of your credit score. So that is the biggest thing that people want to do. What in the world, how can I fix my credit? Now, you already know what I'm getting ready to say now. Student loans, OM to the G. Now, President Biden said that he was going to forgive at least $50,000, and we have not seen that yet. So what do we do about this student loan situation?
Well, I would say if you're not able to make the payments, contact the student loan, company that you're with. And especially now since COVID, a lot of these companies are very forgiving, if you will. I'm not saying that they will, put it to the side and say you don't owe it, but at least they could defer some penalties or fees or whatever. But I would say have a conversation with them, because even now, what I've been seeing with clients that have late payments or they've had late payments in the past, and if they're current, you might have had the late payments, but if you're current now on your bills, a lot of these creditors are erasing that from the credit reports. So you have to talk to each company individually to see what they will do. But when we're talking about removing information from a credit report, we're not saying that you don't have to pay your bills. What we're saying, and I have to clarify that, because a lot of people think that, okay, we're just getting rid of the bills. No, you still have the bills, but do you know that you can pay your bills off sooner when your credit scores are higher?
So if you pay sooner, that can increase your credit score?
Well, yes. Well, no, here's what I'm saying. So when information is removed from a credit report, your scores go up.
Oh, gotcha.
When you have higher scores, your interest rates are lower. Your auto insurance premiums are lower. Those security deposits that you had to put down to have utilities turned on, you can get those deposits back. So your credit, you can get extensions on your credit limits. So when you get those scores up, I'm telling you, a 750 credit score or higher is worth more than $100,000 cash.
I believe it. I believe that.
So when you get the credit scores up, your interest rates are down, you can pay your bills off sooner.
Yeah.
Because you're not putting all that money towards interest. Most of it's going towards principal now. And so that's what I'm saying. So getting information off a credit report puts you in a position where you can manage those bills a lot easier, And so that's what I'm saying there.
So, I mean, knowing that this is such a big deal for people, and people want to do it, but if you have bad credit, most of the time your money is funny. Okay. So you want to be able to pay for this stuff to get fixed. And then you talk to different credit repair folks, and the price range sometimes is ridiculous. Now, in the end result, if it's worth 700 credit score, then pay what you need to pay. But with that being said, if someone were to give you a call, what are we looking at?
Okay, so I look at this and I'm like, God is so good, because our company, with my connections, we will pay you to fix your credit.
What?
Yes, ma'am. And what I mean by that is, before COVID, 42 million people had less than a 600 credit score.
42 million people.
Right now, since COVID, that number is at 83 million.
Oh, wow, it doubled.
And creditors are still recording. I know COVID hit, it affected everybody, but I was advocating for a client of mine just a month ago. They were about to lose their home. And they haven't, they couldn't go to work. I mean, it wasn't because they were sick or anything. They just shut down everything, right? And so they haven't been able to make those mortgage payments. And so they called me and said, look, we're considering filing for forbearance. Should we do that? I said, well, let me call with you. Let me talk to them with you. And so we talked to this mortgage company, and the lady said, well, yes, we can help you with that. You won't have to make any payments for 6 months. We'll do you a favor. And so I said, well, excuse me. I said, let me ask one question. Will you have to record that on their credit report? Oh, yes, ma'am. We have to record it. And I said, you have to? Well, yes, ma'am. We have to record it. A forbearance on a credit report is not good.
Now, stop right there, because, Miss Treasury Kemp said great information. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I have seen credit reports that has that on there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me that that doesn't supposed to be on there, or they have the choice to put it on there and they're choosing to put it on there?
Yeah, creditors. So, see, what's on your credit report is information that creditors send to them. And so a lot of people are thinking, well, since it's COVID, you know, I don't have to pay this, I have to pay that. But they're reporting that. They're sending it to the credit. But so you have to think about it. It's how they get their money. They have to hold something over your head to get their money, you know.
Yeah.
And I understand. I understand it. I understand it. But I'm thinking COVID, and I mentioned to the lady, I said, so you're going to punish them for something they had no control over. You know, they've been diligent to pay their mortgage every month, but COVID has hit, and now is there something else you can do? I mean, do you have to record? And she said, yes, ma'am, we do.
Oh,
so wow. I'm saying that, so that 42 million went to 83 million. And a lot of people in a position where they're going to be losing some stuff here. And it has to be turned around. But back to what you were saying, that our company will literally pay you to fix your credit. What I mean by that, there are so many people that I cannot reach.
Right.
But there are people that you know, and that your listeners, people that they know that need this information. Who's going to get it to them? And so the bottom line is, if you are an advocate like I am, and we're looking for more and more advocates, a benefit of being an agent on this mission, on this crusade with me, is that you will get your credit restored for free.
Oh, the person that's bringing folks in.
Exactly. So what I'm saying here is that personally, I'm not at home with my calculator trying to help fix people's credit. You know what I'm saying? I have a connection. We have the experts, attorneys, specialists, analysts that know the language to speak to get those bureaus to do what we want them to do. Mm-hmm. An agent is just a mediator. You know, you see an accident on the highway, you don't get out and try to fix the people in the car. No, you call 911. That's really what we do. As an agent, that's all I do. I see a problem, I connect a solution with the problem, and everybody's happy. And so that's what I'm saying. And so when I say this company, they will pay you to fix your credit. That's what I mean when I say that, because it's a benefit of being a voice, being a connection for people that need help, including yourself.
Well, you know, at this point, that sounds really good. How does the mediator get paid?
We're paid very well. I do this full time. And so I don't know if I can give numbers on the line.
No, you don't have to give numbers, but the first thing people are going to say is, okay, if I want to start this, is this a multi-level meeting? You know how that multi-level thing, you got to bring friends in order for you to get this amount of money and da. Okay,
so that's a good point. You're paid for the referrals. Yes, you are paid for the referrals, and they pay you with benefits. And so we're talking about, you don't have to talk to your family and friends. The $1 million question is, who do you know that has less than perfect credit? So I'm telling your listeners out there, I might be talking to someone that's trying to buy a home. You need good credit to buy a home.
Yeah.
I may be somebody that's trying to get a new car, not the car they want to put you in, the car that you want.
Right.
You need good credit. I'm talking to real estate professionals, loan officers, mortgage brokers, car salesmen, who every day you're saying no to people who are trying to do business with you. I'm talking to you that you want to help your business. Well, those are people that need good credit. We can turn that around. And so we're not talking about you bugging your friends and family. We're talking about people out there who are trying to, even somebody out there wants to start a business. I've helped people start businesses just by getting their credit turned around. I'm talking to those people out there. So, if you're serious about getting your credit restored, and people like those I just named out, you can turn your life around just by reaching out to them. I've been doing this for 4 years now. When I started this, what happened to Anthony just woke me up. And then when they turned around and took care of my situation, when I co-signed for my nephew, that woke me up. And so I started reaching out to people who else. I'll give an example. This young man, his job was delivery. He was driving a box truck, making deliveries. That was his job. And so I met with him. He said, Dr. Hill, he said, I want to have my own truck. He said, I tried to go buy my own box truck and I got turned down. And so we started him on the program. And within 2 to 3 months, this guy went and bought him a brand new 26-foot Freightliner.
Wow.
Because his credit score was where we had gotten it, he only had to put $500 down. And he had a brand new, not a used one, a brand new 26-foot Freightliner.
That's amazing.
He had his own truck and he was in business. The next month, he went and bought 3 more.
Oh, wow. That is
now he was able to put some of his friends in business with him. You know, so being able to do something like that to me is powerful.
That's powerful.
It's powerful. And so you have a situation now where a lot of people are losing their jobs, not because they're disabled or, you know, they got fired. No, a lot of people got laid off because you know what's going on, you know, in the world right now. They need a source of income. So I'm just saying, I'm enjoying what I do. I really am. I'm enjoying what I do. 4 years now, and I don't see any turning back.
Did you start part-time and then go full-time?
No. I've already been in the financial service industry. I mean, I've been doing this now for 14 years, and you know, in finances, helping people with their money. And so when I started with the credit, I really did just jump right in because I just knew, because of the clients that had already been, you know, talking to me, I just saw it. And so here's what happened. So when I started, my first client was through a real estate agent. I called this realtor. I said, excuse me, what do you do with those clients that can't qualify for those homes? You know, what do you do with them? And she said, oh, we just tell them to go get their credit fixed, and when they're done, they can come back and we can help them get a house. I said, well, look, I want to be your guy. I'm your guy. You know, I want you to, any clients like that, I want you to send them to me. And she said, well, I have some people right now. She gave me 3 clients. 3 clients then.
Perfect.
And so I was just off. And so I made a phone call and said, Sandra, who do you know that has less than perfect credit? She said, girl, me, my husband, and my daughter and her husband, and we all live in the same house. That was 4 more clients right there. Right from my dining room.
That's amazing.
So I've been working with loan officers. There's a city nearby. I'm here in Texas. That's where I'm located, but I cover the whole United States. And so
that was my next question for you. So you don't have to be in Texas to work with you.
No, I'm all over the United States. And so there's a little city outside of where I live. I'm working with a loan officer there. And so he referred me to somebody in New York. So this guy from New York called me and said, hey, look, Ricky says you're helping him with his clients. Can you help me with my clients? I said, sure, I'll be glad to. He says, well, how much you going to pay me if I send you some clients? I said, I'm not paying you anything. I said, but now I have a connection. You know, I get you connected and they'll pay you for the client. He said, oh, okay. So what do I do? And I said, I just sent him a link. And an hour later, he called me and says, okay, so what do I do now?
Yeah.
So it's just different things like that. So we get to work with all kinds of people. So you're not having to deal with your friends and family if that's an issue, but a lot of people do. You know, I had a guy that was trying to buy a car, and when the car salesman sent him to me, we got on the line, got him enrolled, and he was excited about some things that we were able to get done for him almost immediately because of some other services that we do, like with the secure card and some other things. He says, look, can you call my fiance? I said, sure. And so, I mean, that's the same day. Like when I got off the phone with him, I called his fiance, and we took care of her. And then she says, can you call my girlfriend? I said, sure. So, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just like back to back. And so I talked to a girlfriend, and she says, look, what about people in Louisiana? Can you help somebody in Louisiana? I got a brother in New Orleans. I said, sure. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just.
How many clients do you have now?
Oh my goodness. I don't even know. I know it's well over 200 clients. It's well over. I mean, but
Wow.
I don't know the number. I was keeping track of them, but I can't keep track of them now because some clients I just send my website and they can enroll themselves. I don't even have to, be the person connecting them,
To
if you will.
enroll you. Right, right. Well, I mean, that would be the number one question that, it sounds like a great opportunity for people. But of course, people want to know what does it look like? I mean, what am I supposed to get? What's the money looking like? And that's what
Yeah.
people want to know.
Right.
And
And I'll be glad to share that information, but the company pays on a weekly basis. They pay for every referral you send. There are no quotas. You don't have to help anybody, but there are no limits either. So,
so that's a plus.
the sky's the limit. They pay every Thursday based on business you do up until Saturday midnight. So the following Thursday, every week you're paid. They provide benefits like life insurance, up to $100,000 of coverage with no medical exam, no age restrictions. That's a big deal. So you can get some benefits as well. You get your own credit restored, and they provide everything that you need to be in business. So you don't have to try to figure out how to get your information out there. We'll show you how to monetize social media. We'll show you. You're not going to be by yourself. You're going to be trained. As you're working with people. But the big deal is that the attorneys and the specialists, they do the heavy lifting for you. And the question is just an easy question. Who do you know? If you can't ask that question, just go to some of those professionals that are lined out for you. And also, I'm working with professionals like dentists and doctors who, patients come in, they need medical procedures, but they don't have insurance, or their code, not their deductible, but insurance only covers so much. And even with the amount that they have to pay, they can't get financing for it because it can be a large amount. So what do you do? Well, getting their credit turned around can put them in a situation where they can get that financing that they need. So, I mean, I have people come to me, they just need to get their teeth done. And so, you know what I'm saying?
So they work as long as to get their teeth done, and then they out.
Well, when you get your credit restored, you can get your teeth. Now you can go buy a car too. You know what I'm saying? It's just
I didn't think it all worked together, but then again, the credit score is the number one thing. I mean, I'm not even joking around. That credit score is serious.
Yes, it is.
If you have a good credit score, it's like you got money in the bank. I mean,
it
you
is.
can have what you want, you can do what you want, all the above. But if you got bad credit, man, that commercial never lies when that guy was in that little bitty car because he had bad credit, and then he looks at a person, and then he looks at a person with the car that he wanted, and that person had good credit. It's that simple.
That's true. That's true. And something I learned since I've started is that employers are looking at credit scores to determine if they're going to hire or not.
Oh, no, they are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's dangerous.
And I was working with a 24-year-old. She was actually working at a bank, and she was enjoying her career there, and she came up for a promotion, and she couldn't get that promotion because they ran her credit. But now here's the bad thing that I have seen too is the reason her credit was where it wasn't because she was irresponsible. It was because mom did some things when she was younger with that number.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that where parents have been using their kids' information to get, like, even in an apartment or something like that, but they mess up their kids' credit. And that's not good when we're talking about leaving a legacy,
Yeah. So for those who are wanting to get started, Dr. Hill, let us know how to find you.
Okay, so can you post the information that I gave you there? My phone number is there. And then also, I have a website, and you'll see United Wealth Education is what we're all about. We believe when people know better, they just do better. And so we all know people that are losing the game of money today. And it's not because they're stupid. It's just that they haven't been taught certain things. So we really believe that education is the key. So when you can know some things and you can turn some things around for yourself. So the website, I'm sending you my website. United Wealth Education is what we're all about. And when you look at that, you're going to see member benefits. you click on that and you can look at a video and just any other information. But my phone number, 469-288-6064. You can reach out to me. I'm listing my calendar. Consultations are free. I freely give information. I just know that I've seen it make a difference in so many lives. And so if you want a consultation, we can do that. I'm sending you my calendar. You just schedule yourself on my calendar, and then we can talk from there. But I'm excited about what I'm doing for sure.
I can tell because you're helping. And it always feels good when you're helping someone outside of yourself. So I totally get it. All your information I will post in the comment section on the show's page. And also, if I get any feedback, which I know I will, where's that lady that you was talking to about the credit? So if I get a unanimously amount of people telling me who you are, asking me who you are, where she go, I'm gonna have to bring you back. Is that okay?
Oh, that's fine. I love it. I love it. Reaching one person at a time. That's how I see it. And so, yes, I'll be glad to come back. I appreciate this platform. When I can speak to somebody, if it's one person, if it's 100, if it's 1,000, it doesn't matter. We need to get this information out. And I need help, guys. I need help.
I know that's right. And I'm going to bring you back because I already know it's going to be a lot of people that wants to know what in the world, how do we get in contact with you, and even not just to fix the credit. Some people might want to take advantage of the opportunity of doing the advisory position. Is that what you're called? Advisors?
Agents.
Agents,
Agents, yes, ma'am. So
there's some folks that want to do that as well, I'm sure. And I'm going to post all of this information on the Facebook page as well as the page on the show. And I'm just ecstatic about knowing that you can do that kind of work in 3 or 4 months. That is like crazy good to me.
Now, everybody's case is different. Now, those are some examples I was giving you, but we say give us at least 4. But I've seen 22 days with the bankruptcy that I had. I had a husband and wife. We finished with the husband in 40 days. It took like 73, 74 days with the wife. And I've seen 4 months, I've seen 6 months, but my point is we can get it done. How long it takes, every case is different,
Wow. But you didn't tell us how much you cost yet.
Well, I tell you, we're affordable. For less than $3 a day, you can get things turned around for your life.
Okay. How many days?
Well, like I say, it that varies from person to person,
I see what you're saying. So as long as it takes, it's $3 a day.
Less than $3 a day, yes.
Less than $3 a day, as long as it takes for the process of getting your credit.
Basically, yes, ma'am.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so you can turn.
That's less than Starbucks.
What's that? Exactly.
Starbucks.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sounds doable. Sounds doable.
But I'll be glad to discuss it with individuals, case by case, and the information is not rocket science at all. It's not rocket science.
I'm telling you right now, I might just give you a call after the show. I'm dead
serious.
But thank you so much, Dr. Hill, for gracing us with your presence today. And I'm going to once again post everything in the comment section. And before we let you go, if you want to tell anybody anything, you have the floor.
I want to say that having bad credit does not mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean bad character. Life has happened to so many people, and you can control, you can restore your score. And I just want you to be encouraged in that sense that you can get your life back. You can get that confidence back. You can get that feeling of excitement and abundance back because you can control your score. And so thank you, Mona Lisa, for having me. I've enjoyed myself, and I appreciate the platform that you've allowed me to be on today.
No problem. I appreciate you coming on, and you were one of our first guests for the test beta. And I know we're going to be bringing you back because this is good. This is some good news. So I want to bring you back.
Okay, gladly.
in the beginning of the year, because you already know what happens in the beginning of the year. Everybody starts looking at their finances and they want to make some change. That's number
Yes.
one. And number two, those income tax checks are coming.
Yes. Yes.
And some people invest them and some people just straight up spend them.
That's
So
true.
I want to bring you back in the beginning, the first quarter of the year, and I'll let you know, okay?
I'm here for you, okay?
All
Thank
right,
you.
take
Thank
care.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, guys, that was some amazing information. Today's, oh my God, today's show was all about your credit score. If you missed this show, you better go back, go to Late Night with Mona Lisa, click the link and watch this show. If you are suffering from a low credit score, if you have a low credit score and you are interested in pumping that thing up, give Miss Dr. Hill a call. I'm going to put all of her information in the comment section. I'm going to post her information all over the Late Night with Mona Lisa page. Guys, contact her. You want a higher credit score? Contact Dr. Hill. This show was amazing. Matter of fact, I'm thinking like, okay, I need to make some changes. Of course, you want a 700 plus. Who doesn't? Are you kidding me right now? And just to think that these changes can take place quickly. We're not talking about 7 to 10 years, as she was saying. How many times have we thought about, let me just wait it out? I got 7 years, I got 10 years to clear this score up. And you wait and you sit on a bad credit score? For what? Are you kidding me? When Dr. Hill can help you? Oh my goodness. And on top of that, she mentioned also that if you decide to be an agent, we're talking about a free credit fixing. Oh my gosh. Wow. Amazing. I want to thank you again, Dr. Hill, for being a guest with us. Oh my gosh. And anybody that has any questions, please, please, please contact me and let me know. Everything's going up. I'm telling you, all of our information. If you missed it, I'm not going to do you wrong. I'm not going to do you wrong. It will definitely come. It will definitely be posted. Check her out. All right, gang. I have captured you long enough. Looking forward to some more women in business tonight. I'm so excited. These women are so amazing. Dr. Hill, and then we've got Tammy Holman, and then we've got Tanya Payne. All of these ladies are boss ladies. Credit score, Miss Cake Lady, and healthcare administration. It's all here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Late Night with Mona Lisa Monroe. Check us out. We will be back again tonight. Tune in. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.